back to my little channel. I'm kind of in dubio here. I'm a little bit torn. I know that some time ago I made a video on pronouns, and in New York, but at the time they had a new law that if you didn't use the right pronoun, you could be sentenced and eventually go to jail and sentenced in a fine, and if you didn't pay the fine, you could go to jail. And in that video, I basically said, okay, my pronoun is master. If anyone asks, my pronoun is master. Which was, of course, in jest. But at the same time, I've been thinking about this lately because, well, working as a social therapist in psychological healthcare, this is something that we see a growth in. And it's advocated by people as if it is a good thing. But here's the main issue that I have with this. I don't care how you want to be known. I don't care about what pronoun you feel people should call you by. I have a problem with the fact that you think people should call you in a different way. I mean, who are you to decide how I am to speak? But there is a second problem to that. I mean, the first problem in itself, you're not the boss of me, so you don't get to decide how I talk, which is a problem in itself. The second problem, however, to me, is bigger. Well, what is that second problem then? Okay, don't be so condescending. But it is a serious problem. This is it. How come you are so weak that a mere word defines you? And if you do not get to hear that mere word, you crumble. Are you seriously crumbling? Well, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But they are the ones who claim that not using certain words equals physical violence. So insulting someone is physical violence, but insulting someone by not using a certain word is worse. To be honest, no, words are not physical violence. Unless, of course, you live on the planet Arrakis, and yeah, there are words of power there. But other than that, a word is just a word. If you don't like it, ignore it. I mean, if you feel that someone treats you with disrespect, then do not befriend that person and move on. I mean, it's you starting the fight. No, you have to address me in this way, or you don't respect me. You're showing disrespect if you don't do what I say when I say it. When I say jump. You don't even ask how high. You assume it's the highest you can. This is a wrong attitude. You want me to speak to you in a certain way? Then earn it. And don't get me wrong, I still think gender dysphoria is a genuine problem. And yes, transgender people suffer from gender dysphoria. Do I then think that reassignment surgery is a problem? No, if it can help someone, it can help someone. Transgenderism is a problem, but in all fairness, there are people with bad eyesight. We help them with glasses. And I know this sounds like a weird example, but the fact of the matter is, you have a problem, you need to learn to live with that problem. What can we as a society do for you to make it easier? And what can you do to make it easier? So, do I think gender reassignment surgery is a good option? Well, hell no, but it's a better option than none. But then why am I against the forced pronoun use? Because the forced pronoun use isn't an option. Listen, if you want to change your life and try to be accommodating to your dysphoria, I can understand that. I might even support you in that. Might not. I'm a human. But when you decide that you suffer from a dysphoria and therefore I need to change, we have a serious problem. The worst part of it all is that people that suffer from gender dysphoria are far more likely to commit suicide. This is an issue, or at least I think it is an issue, and I assume the people that lose loved ones because of this feel so too. Yet we're not talking about that. No one is addressing the fact that people with dysphoria suffer. Yeah, but it's a mental illness. Well, it doesn't matter what kind of illness it is. They suffer. And where we can, we should try to help these people. Yeah, but if we want to help them, why can't we use the pronouns they want? Because we're not helping them that way. Hell, most transgenders don't really care about pronouns. Or rather, they do. If their normal pronoun is he, they want to be known as she. That's the whole idea. If the normal pronoun is she, they suddenly want to be known as he. All the other pronouns are fighting words. Funny how that goes full circle, doesn't it? But they are. They are words they want you to use because they want to exert power over you. You have to say they or ze or zer, because if you don't, I will sue you, you will have to pay, and you have to do what I say. This is them exerting power. Now imagine this. You're afraid. You're in a strange country. You're afraid. You feel everyone around you wants to kill you, even though they might not. And someone hands you a gun. How will that end? Yeah, I know some people might think that's a strange analogy, but really? We have people who have gender dysphoria, who feel that society doesn't treat them right, therefore they demand of society to do something, and if society doesn't, they will start shooting. Yeah, okay, there is a serious problem here. The serious problem isn't so much that they start shooting. The serious problem is that we give them a fucking gun. Do you want to be addressed by Sir? Well, if you ask me nicely, I might consider it. If you demand it of me, it's never gonna happen. And the more people that will get punished over this, the harder the fight will become. Because I don't want to be a slave to your dysphoria. I'm already troubled by the fact that you're a slave to your dysphoria. I don't want you to be a slave to your dysphoria. But I understand that postmodernists and, oh no, nothing is as it should be, are pushing the idea that everything is a social construct, and this powers you to do stupid stuff. Look at transgenders that actually transitioned and committed to their new lifestyle. Now, of course, the most obvious answer to that question online, to me, is Blair White. She went from male to female, and I use she. She never asked me to. Hell, she doesn't even know me. She never spoke to me. But she uses she, and I use she when I'm talking about Blair White too. Why? Because she earns it, not because she demands it. She is living as a woman, she is looking like a woman, she is behaving like one, but she is not demanding anything of me. Anyway, I'm going to end it here, slowly ending my rant. So do I have a problem with using preferred pronouns? Yes, I do. Not so much because you prefer them, but because you demand them. There is no demanding in this. You have gender dysphoria, which is an issue. I will want to see what I can do to make it easier for you, but I am not going along with your psychosis. That's one thing. The second thing is, if you want respect, earn it, don't demand it. If you demand respect, you will not get it. And I still don't understand how society needs to change for less than 1% of society. It would be more effective if that less than 1% fitted into the society. And yeah, I'm sorry, if you are so weak that one word can define you, then you really have an issue. And you really need to seek professional help. I mean, I can understand that one word can define you, but that one word should be your name. Calling me a she doesn't do me anything. I might be insulted, maybe, I don't know, probably not. But it doesn't define me. I'm not going to fall down crying because you assaulted me. Oh, how dare you? Oh, you don't see the problem I'm having in my life. Everyone has problems. Yeah, but my problems are worse. No, you don't know that. The thing is, your problems are worse for you. My problems are worse for me. That's the whole thing. We are all individuals. And as soon as I start to measure you based on me, I'm doing you a disservice. As soon as you demand me to measure you on how you feel fit, you're doing yourself a disservice. You do you, I do me. Anyway, this is my little rant. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share and subscribe. Criticism, as always, is more than welcome. I really like to hear your thoughts of it. Am I right? Is it a sign of weakness that a mere word can define someone? Or am I missing something? Do you have another take on it that might be interesting? Please feel free to drop me a line, and I hope to see you all next time.